Yo, 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 guys, it's Joe with Tic Tac Go. It's been a little while. Playing some catch up here. Got a pretty hefty mail day or a couple weeks of mail to kind of review in one video. 10 total responses. So we'll go ahead here and dive in and see what we got. All right, first one here is out of Knoxville, Tennessee, and it's Mr. Steve Searchy, former Detroit Tiger. Signed 6 cards nicely here, all in blue. Pretty quick response, really nice autograph, and add it to my Tigers collection. So really happy with this reply. Okay, next one out of Indiana is Mr. Justin Masterson, and even inscribed it here as well as I requested with his All-Star Game appearance in 2013. Signed this one really nicely in blue, was a Cleveland Indians pitcher and Boston Red Sox, and signed this Red Sox card beautifully here in blue. Okay, next one here is Mr. Mike Stanley, former New York Yankee. Even inscribed this one, 95 All-Star. So signed these 3 beautifully here in blue. Came out really, really sharp. Definitely a big fan, so really happy to add this to the collection as well. And next we've got Mr. Johnny Grubb, former Detroit Tiger. And look at this, he signed these as well and added the 84 World Series inscription on these cards. Turned out beautifully. We actually asked him just to inscribe one of them, and he actually ended up inscribing all 5 of these with the 84 World Series champs inscription. So Mr. Johnny Grubb, another former Detroit Tiger, signed beautifully in blue here. Now the reply is another former Tiger, Mr. Seth Greisinger. Kind of a funky looking Sharpie green one, but pretty cool. And happy to add him as a former Tiger as well. So a lot of Tiger responses coming back. Really happy to add these. And he pitched for a couple of years in the bigs, played for the Tigers, and really cool addition here. And out of Washington here, another former Detroit Tiger, was on the 2006 team that went to the World Series, Mr. Jeremy Bonderman. And Bondo was a part of the team when the Tigers were oh so bad in 2003, and very quickly they turned it around and went to the World Series in 2006. So pretty cool ad here. I know he lives out of Washington. Really stoked to get these 2 signed back in blue. Mr. Jeremy Bonderman. All right, and my other favorite team is the Boston Red Sox. Tigers #1, Red Sox #2, and this is Mr. John Valentin, third baseman for the Red Sox, and I believe he actually homered in my first Major League Baseball game I ever went to. It was the Red Sox versus the Tigers. I think that was back in 1996, and he signed these 3 cards here in blue. Second favorite team, the Boston Red Sox, and a really big mainstay on the Sox in the 90s at the hot corner at third base. So this one's pretty cool. This is Mr. Kenny Williams. Played for the Tigers for a short time. Didn't have the longest MLB career, but most probably know him as the general manager of the Chicago White Sox, Mr. Kenny Williams. But signed this card in blue, sent this to the stadium address, courtesy of the front office, and received this back pretty quickly from Mr. Kenny Williams. So a nice ad here, and a former Tiger and a Chicago White Sox executive. And along with the Tigers theme is former 68 World Series champion, Mr. John Hiller. Signed 3 of 3. Added a couple of inscriptions here like I requested. Came out beautifully signed here. I love the 68 card here. That's really cool. Added the 68 World Series champ inscription. Added this one with his All-Star Game inscription as well. And this card's just pretty cool looking. I think that looks really nice signed in blue. Kind of a throwback card there, and signed 3 of 3 relatively quickly from Mr. John Hiller. All right, here's a baseball. This one had been out since April. I wasn't sure I was going to get this back, and really happy with it. So this is Mr. John Olerud, and he actually had the first hit at Comerica Park when it opened, and that happened on April 11th of 2000. Added that inscription here. So really happy to add this to my baseball collection. My former Tiger historical type of events that happened at Comerica Park or Tiger Stadium. And Mr. John Olerud had the first hit at the brand new Comerica Park back in the year 2000. So really happy to kind of add this historical piece, have some context around Comerica Park and its history. Really happy to get it back, especially since it had been a while. I wasn't sure if it was going to come back, but Mr. Olerud came through very graciously. So some really cool successes today, guys. I know I'm playing a little catch up, going to try to stay a little bit more current. I've got some upcoming videos that are pretty interesting that I think you guys are going to want to tune into. And it's going to allow you guys with an opportunity to get some cool autographs as well. So I've actually begun some work promoting former big leaguers. So I'm doing some promotions and some through the mail signings that I'm coordinating for some former big leaguers. So please stay tuned because I will have some separate videos on who those folks are, how you can get their autographs, and we'll kind of go from there. So stay tuned. Hopefully you guys will enjoy those videos to come, and we'll talk soon. Thanks, everyone.